And we're live.
Which is a total of...
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
No, we're not. We're Behold Roleplay.
I'm waiting. Give us like a count or something.
He can't talk to us, though.
Your
Yes,
count
yeah,
is when I come back from getting a drink and sit down. That's
Mm-hmm.
the signal that I'm about to kick things back live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, only once.
And to start having your most inappropriate conversation, so it gets caught when we go live.
Once
That's
you
exactly
see
what we
him put his headphones on, then you know we're about to go live.
Yes.
These are facts.
You're about to be saying the most inappropriate thing you can, so it catches it as we go live.
I don't know, man. He was sitting here for like 20 minutes with his headphones on earlier.
Yeah, but we weren't about to go live.
Uh-huh.
And that's how I got pregnant in an elevator.
Again?
I've been seeing a lot.
Third time, okay?
Somebody stop Tickles from breeding.
I don't think we can.
Spent like 3 years trying to stop Tickles from doing anything. It didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Just be glad her family's on our side. For the most
For
part.
now.
For the most
I shall
part.
take over the
So-
Bimmy Enterprise.
New year.
New crimes?
Maybe. Well, New Year, same crimes.
This is New Year's. Fuck.
It's officially 6 days into 2025.
To a quarter of this year's century.
Yeah, it's been a long year.
But
2024
With the new
was a
year-
long year.
yeah, it was. But with the new year comes a new Extra Life, as Extra Life 2025 is officially kicked off, and we've got our Extra Life page ready and raring to go for the new year. At the moment,
Yay!
donations are the same donation incentives are the same as they were last year. I apologize, Fox, but I am making changes in the future. So get ready to update the bot.
Do you know how difficult it was for me to write all of those donation incentives in the 5 lines that I'm allotted with the bot?
Yeah, you're going to hate me because it's probably going to be about 2 or 3 posts from the bot now.
Okay, we're going to need to split it up into 2 separate commands.
Yeah, Extra Life 1, Extra Life 2. No, but I'm adding I'm adding higher tiers to this as well.
Ooh.
For more interesting additions to campaigns and whatnot. So
Oh dear Lord.
one of them
Bullshittery.
I will let you know right now is the return of the original donation for an encounter.
Ooh.
Oh God, that again? Jesus
Yup.
Christ. Oh my God.
I liked that one. That one was
Donation
great.
for
Oh.
a CR equivalent encounter.
I like it.
Dude.
Chaos.
Campaign 2 had too many of that fucking shit.
And it was so much fun.
Oh my God, dude. Jesus Christ.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Wow.
Wrong game.
Wrong game.
Soon.
Exactly. Oh. But how are all of you, seeing as how this is the first game back after our very long break where pretty much all of us here just lived in almost all of us here just lived in 7 days.
We did.
Mhm.
It was fun.
Tapping my vein
It was
right
good.
Right?
Good.
I started
And
that
more?
for the first time yesterday.
More?
More.
I had that.
Tapping the vein.
Oh, but yeah, so we had a lot of fun playing 7 days, and as we were playing 7 days, I was plotting and scheming in the background.
Why do I feel like you're sitting there going, well, you said something that bothered me, so you're gonna get on my shit list. As we know how many times we annoyed him in chat.
Oh, you didn't turn off the cooking fire.
Okay, if that's the case, then everybody is just dying because none of y'all turned off the cooking fires.
Whoa.
I did.
Screw
I
you,
did.
I'm on your
Know
side. I
that.
always check that shit. How
I
dare
think-
you lump me in with these noobs? How dare you?
I think I'm higher on the shit list because I broke the cooking fires momentarily.
Oh yeah, you're at the top. You are at the top of that shit list. I came into the base and I'm like, where the fuck are my cooking fires?
Look, I put them back. I had to break them down temporarily, okay?
She gave you a nice cobblestone floor. Come on.
True.
I made it so
man,
zombies don't spawn inside.
Just remember who makes your ammo.
Yeah, me. I use bows and arrows.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
he does.
you. Oh, fuck you.
I make my own ammunition.
I have made so many iron bows. And now that we have a crucible upstairs, I'm smelting steel arrowheads.
Mm-hmm. So many good things.
I'm just making boxes of shotgun shells.
That's good. You're the only one that uses them.
Yeah, there's 2 other people that use them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's news to
Yeah.
me.
But I need a lot more because as soon as I can make my level 6 auto shotgun, ho, 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 ho.
Your aim's just going to go right out the window.
I'm just gonna get like machete.
You don't need aim when you use a shotgun. That's the whole point of having a shotgun.
Nah, dude. Nah. Drum mod, cripple mod, duckbill mod, rad remover mod, and you just crouch and shoot at the legs all day. That's it.
Oh, but
Shoot the legs,
in
Johnny.
non-zombie survival situations for the time being,
Don't like that.
the last year that we were together, you all were trying to make some decisions on how exactly or what exactly you were going to do with the next steps of your plan, seeing as how you made it back to Augur, but you were carrying around quite a few trophies from some prized monsters that you had slain. Discussions happened as if maybe you should take some of the monster parts from the Chimera to the Hunters Guild, claim a hefty reward for it, or take it to your giant friend at the at that legendary forge that you discovered and see if they can't begin crafting you arms and armaments from the monster parts as they promised. On top of that is that sinking sensation knowing that you are currently being hunted by 3 beings. 3.
No, there's 3.
I know. We can only know 2.
3, because I'm talking as DM here. 3 beings from the astral plane.
I could take them.
Not really knowing how to exactly fight these individuals as they have barely even made themselves known to you. Another thing was brought to the attention of Kalis and Asha. The ruined city to the northwest that they have been keeping an eye on for off and on for about a year or 2 now, has finally been deemed safe enough to explore. Given Asha's ties to the city, the church found it prevalent that Asha should be one of the members of the expedition team. But as that information was delivered, it was right after another church in the area had vanished.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
As the Temple of Soul, the god of the sun and primarch of the gods of this realm now, had some coins dropped in the donation basket. These coins opened up some sort of quasi black hole and pulled in not only the temple, but every active member of its clergy in the city into this strange black sphere, with the note stating that, well, for better or worse, they were being held hostage now. Signed by somebody you guys never heard of, but the name Rose was attached to this letter. Not knowing exactly what to make of that, y'all decided maybe to put that, file that away for maybe tomorrow's group problem, as you had more pressing matters. But before we pick up today, there is one other important piece of information we've got to get to. With the start of Extra Life, I always drop a $100 donation to kick us off, which means one of y'all is going to one of y'all has to draw a card for me. But I want you all to decide who draws the card. No volunteers. No volunteers. I want your honest opinions on who should have to draw this card.
Oh,
You know
dear
my
Lord.
answer every time.
Not it.
So I'm taking it that Grooves is instantly voting for Fox.
So you have to vote for someone, not
voted
yourself.
for myself, but in that case, fuck
Yeah, you
fuck you,
can't
Fox.
vote. You can't vote for yourself.
Can I vote
Vote
for
for
not
Fox.
be myself?
And I know he votes.
You have
for
to
me.
vote for someone, just not yourself.
So we've got
Throw someone else under the bus.
We've got one vote for Fox, one vote for Spiffy.
Let's see. 1, 2.
Actually,
You're muted, Spiffy.
4,
Actually,
5.
DM me who you think should have to draw.
No, Survivor style. Got
Survivor style.
Oh dear Lord.
None of you
Decisions.
have the fucking immunity idol.
I'm gonna do this randomly.
Yeah, I do. I have a shaver.
I had to flip a coin because I had 2 people in mind, and I was like, you know what? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one of these 2 should go?
Which one of these 2 should go? We're not kicking people off the show. Christ.
You said survival rules.
Wow.
Well, it's been
survival rules?
it's been fun, everybody.
Bye, Spiffy. He's like, you said decimate things one too many times. I'm out.
Survival rules?
Not those survivors.
Okay, I need
Turn
to.
back.
Fuck, I gotta actually make a decision here. I don't like making decisions.
I like decisions.
Because now I got...
These are going to be anonymous, right?
Yes.
No. We're going to hack
Yep.
his DMs just to read them.
Okay, I'm still waiting for Groods and
I know.
Joey to send me
I
something
know.
here.
You asked me to make a decision. You know how bad I am at those. It doesn't help me much.
Yeah, hope you're happy. It was definitely not Fox.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are what, 6 of you?
Yes.
Okay. So, going off the list here from least to most voted, we have 1 for Zorro, 2
Oh my.
for Spiffy, and 3
Oh,
for
fuck.
Fox.
Uh,
So,
Fox, I don't know what you've done to the
Wait,
channel.
Fox,
Apparently 3 people want you to
you
get...
get to be the first person to initiate these new decks.
I demand a recount.
I have gone through and I have mixed decks 1, 2, and 3 together to make new decks 1, 2, and 3. That way nobody knows where the cards are.
I like it.
Shark bait. Ooh ha ha.
I hate to tell you, though, spoiler, Fox. Coin flip was between you and Spiffy.
That
It's
coin
okay,
fl-
Spiffy
that,
won on the coin toss.
that coin flip actually decided who won.
That did, yeah.
Oh,
'cause
shit!
Spiffy had 2 votes, right? So if it
Yeah.
had flipped the other way,
You both had 2 votes and then Zorro voted you.
chance is never on my side.
Okay, so which deck would... Oh, that's a cool looking card. Which deck would you like? 1, 2, and 3?
I want the cool card. Yeah, you know what? We're
Well,
gonna
you
go
just commented on.
card 1 of deck 1.
Okay. Card 1 of deck
Alrighty.
1.
That's a bold move there.
It's a bold,
We'll
it's a
start
bold
from the
strategy,
top
Cotton.
and work our way down.
Let's see how it plays out.
I feel like it's appropriate for a new year, though.
Let's see. Have we gotten this card before? Interesting. This card makes no sense. So I'm going to shift it.
Uh-oh.
You can
bought
choose to either increase the number of your draws declared by 2, or you may receive a rare or rarer wondrous item which appears in your hands. I choose the item.
Item. Duh.
More deck pulls, item. That's actually a pretty tough choice because you could get some cool stuff out of deck pulls.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
But then it's a
deck
Rojan
pulls are
special
one
for
item.
a wondrous item.
Yeah, but it's a new deck. We haven't had enough guinea pigs to figure out what the what the percentages are.
Give it time.
These
Tilt
are
and I are
facts.
gonna just like make you guys suffer this entire year.
So what was the card pull thing? Was that an additional 2 cards?
An additional
or-
2 cards. Because you pulled the stairway card. Which was not the cool looking card that I was looking at. The cool looking card that I was looking at was the sun. Because the artwork for it's pretty cool.
Oh.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go with the deck pulls and let's get cards 2 and 3 from deck 1.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so does that mean since this card was drawn, you want the second and the first and second
Yes.
card at the top of the deck? Okay.
The next 2.
Ooh.
DM said, ooh. That's terrifying and exciting all at the same time.
Exciting.
Hooray! It's the skull.
I always get excited when he has to pull the book out.
True. 'Cause it means it's
Like a
something
little
new.
tease. Oh, you tease.
Fuck you. Okay.
Uh-oh.
First off. I need you to roll me a d20.
Oh.
This is where it all goes downhill.
13. Let's go.
17.
17. Roll me a d10.
Ooh, secondary chart. Nice.
4.
You are now 4 years younger.
Okay.
As you
Oh,
the
okay.
first card you pulled was the Crossroads, which is you roll a d20. If it's even, you age 1d10 years. If the roll is odd, you become younger by 1d10 years.
We've had characters
The
that would have
effects can
screwed over
only
before.
be undone by the wish spell, divine intervention, or similar magic.
Roger, you froze. Okay.
Yes, I know. Then you drew the temple card, which I said fuck you to because you now have a deity bound to you, as a deity or entity of similar power becomes bound to aid you. At any point between
Yes.
drawing the card and when you die, you can use the action to call this entity for divine intervention, and the entity is bound to answer. The parameters and nature of this intervention are chosen by me. If you die without having used this card, having used the intervention, the deity fulfills the obligation by casting the resurrection spell on you. Once the entity has answered your call for divine intervention or resurrected you, the entity is no longer bound to you.
You have
That's
the
a good
same as me,
card.
buddy.
I'm
Well, now
jealous.
there's 2 free resurrections
Oh
on the table.
God, he's gonna kill us all so hard.
It's like the rest of the
The
party.
joke will be those 2 will survive and the rest of us will die.
I know. Pretty much. That's how it plays out.
Well, given
It's always me and Fox with the bullshit.
given the
Whoa, 2
Antics.
raiding parties. Holy shit.
Robbie Landis, thank you for that raid, and Scalia, thank you for that raid. Everyone, damn, welcome on in. Happy New Year to everyone.
Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year.
Welcome.
So, Groods, just to remind you, that mask that you have
Yeah.
only activates when you die. Like die, not
Yeah.
resurrected die, but die.
Okay.
Just saying.
Well, yeah, I know. So you know what my stupidity plan is, right?
With that, oh yeah, I forgot about your stupid plan you were telling me about. But with that, we could get on into this game as you are all still currently in Augur. Still trying to decide where those monster parts are going and what exactly or when exactly or how exactly, whatever.
Tokumi got outvoted.
You're
for
going
handing in the parts.
That we
You're
decided.
going to leave the city.
Oh, I need to remind myself what the hell happened at the end of my ritual too. Have it written down.
Yes.
You're
You
aware,
became a
Triceratops.
giant woman.
You're aware.
I completely forgot you
failed.
became aware
I
Triceratops.
didn't completely fail. Leave me alone.
You failed enough to be aware.
I completely,
That could have been the outcome either way. You don't know. You don't know shit.
I get it.
I forgot.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, I completely forgot you became aware dinosaur.
So yes, you should let me just run out the timer before I had to do the ritual.
A quick
Yeah, that would have helped.
quick refresher for those that didn't write it in their notes. At the end of last session, we had decided that we were going to turn in those monster parts for the bounty. We were going to head north and try to take out that critter that's just north of the Emerald Seat. Since the smith is right there as well, then we're going to take that critter's parts to the smith, and then from there continue north to the ruins.
The basilisk.
That's what I thought too. I
It's
just
a
wasn't sure if that was full
Yep.
decision or if that was just what we discussed.
Okay.
Quick question on the where Triceratops. Is there
Yeah.
physical changes when I'm not in Triceratops form, or is there?
When you're in your normal form, there you see, you yourself can feel like the slight skin change on you, though
Okay.
the scales aren't necessarily. They don't necessarily stand out to anyone unless you're caught in the right sunlight, or they like stare at you long enough.
Oh, good. He gave you psoriasis.
Why you be staring?
Though,
Exactly.
because of the new skin that you have, you do have a +1 armor class bonus naturally.
Oh.
Now I have to
Alright.
ask: does that follow the natural armor rules?
I don't
Because
follow the natural armor rules.
Well,
There's
no,
that.
because you're only allowed to take armor from one set of rules, which is why I don't wear armor because
Denied.
I have.
Your monk armor is different than dino armor.
Well, it's the same thing if you're a turtle.
Yeah,
You have to choose your shell or armor.
and I completely disagree with that.
DM says otherwise. I'm taking my +1.
All right.
That's what I heard.
The DM is a fan of dinosaurs,
I am a fan of dinosaurs.
where you take a dinosaur and you bolt metal plates to them.
Yes.
And
Which
you
is
make-
currently.
and you make them
And
fight.
guns. Yeah.
I'm just making sure, man. I need rules clarifications for your weird shit.
Then
This is the home of weird shit.
one other question about that weird shit. Were you going to send me the frequency of what happens with this, or are you waiting for me to find out in game?
Oh, this is definitely a fuck around and find out situation.
Sweet. Let's go fuck around.
All right.
That sounds worse than I meant to.
You sloot.
Wait a second. God damn it.
Go on.
All right, give me a second. I am taking us to the AFK screen because I realized that once again, that's the map screen. Discord put your voices on the wrong channel.
Ah.
So I need to fix that.
That's weird.
No, it always does
Discord or OBS?
Discord. All right, we're back.
Origin has fancy mixer.
All right, there we go. Music and voices are now on different channels.
Nice.
Okay, so you have decided to sell or bring the chimera parts that you do have to the Hunter's Lodge.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this includes the tail and the 3 heads. Was there anything else you harvest from it, or was it just the 3 heads and the tail?
That's all you let us get. Well,
Yeah,
we
I
have
think it was
meat.
just that.
We have meat, but the meat's for me to cook.
Well, where you should not be eating that meat.
Whatever.
So
We don't know if it's bad.
3 heads and the tail. Okay. Max, were you given a specific price that they were looking to offer, or was it just a promise of riches?
I think
No,
it was
I think there was a
1,500 gold.
specific. Let's see. For the Chimera, it was 1,500 gold.
Yeah, that's what I have here. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Max, you can go ahead and mark 1,500 gold down, and then since you're turning it in, you're issued the gold, and you can do whatever the hell you want with it. If you want to distribute it out to the group, or if you want it to be tossed into the group fund. Or
Son
if
that
you
we
just-
never saw Max again.
Yeah, or if you just want to, pocket the 1,500 yourself, that's up to you.
I think since thanks to the deck of many things, I am ridiculously wealthy already. I'm going to give 300 gold to everybody else.
Aw, thank you. That was sweet.
Thanks. I love gold.
Oh. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I already have so much wealth.
I think we were also dealing with the fact that Kylus's apartment had been ransacked.
Oh, that's
as well.
right. I forgot. Kylus's house had been ransacked and personal belongings had been stolen.
From all 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
And someone lost a teddy bear.
Yep, my one and only possession.
Shame.
That's what you get for not having it on you. Just kidding.
All right, so with the gold in hand, what's the plan?
We want to try and go by the temple and see if they'll supply us with a horse and cart to go up to the take the expedition north. Didn't fare so well last time.
Are they not going to make us pay for the cart and horses we lost previously? Granted, that was not our fault.
I don't think we've asked yet.
It does not hurt to ask. The worst they can do is say no.
I'll stop by and I'll find out what they'll supply me with. Are we going as a group, or? 'Cause I don't really think we should be splitting off right now, given that we're being tracked and hunted.
I don't have anything else to do, so I will go with you regardless.
Yeah, I'll go where you tell me to go.
Surely come along if you want to. No one will blame you if you don't want to.
I don't want to sit in that house by myself. So if you're going and Kindness is going, I'll go.
Alright. Karsha, will you be joining us?
I think I will.
Alright. And I think Kylus might be away from his microphone.
So I'm just gonna I'll take the voice of the other holy person here as an agreement that Kylus will come with you, seeing as how the rest of the group seems to be going along with the plan of getting a horse and carriage. So you make your way back over to the Avenue of the Anointed, and the chaos has only seemingly grown since those of you who were there left. The giant crater where the Temple of Soul used to stand, attracting more attention from the surrounding temples, and now from some locals who have come to gawk at the situation, as much like any other large city, word travels fast. but you are able to make it into the courtyard with little hassle. Every now and then you catch like conversations between people, talking about how this was a punishment from the gods because the church was actually corrupt. There others mentioning that there looks like there may be a celestial war at hands and somebody has already struck the first blow. Others blaming some random thieves guild for the incident. And as time goes on, these rumors and speculations are only going to get worse. But courtyard in the Temple of Herona, still intact. Horses are still there, carriage is still there. No crater.
I'll go talk to whoever we usually talk to about supplies for expeditions to see what they're what they can spare, given the situation.
Okay, so you're going to the quartermaster.
Yes.
It would help if I wasn't looking at the Weewa characters.
A little bit.
Good job.
Little bit. Crossover.
Do we need that crossover?
No.
Suddenly, you find yourself on a ship in the Tricorn Isles.
Oh, fuck. No, not that one either.
Yes, we need that crossover.
The
Oh
pure
my god.
chaos
I'm
of
sorry.
Tricorn Isles is something else.
Okay, so I was just making sure that. All right. So you go into the main court. You go through the courtyard and into the temple itself, and you find your way into the quartermaster's office where they're set up for supplying and outfitting expeditions. And as you get in there, the quartermaster himself is not, I guess you would say, at home at the moment, though their assistant is a young man, probably about the age of 15, barely has their newly anointed vestments on. Very skittish looking lad. Kind of jumps the moment the door opens up and you hear like a clambering of something behind the desk. So like he looks down to go to pick it up and he looks at you and he looks down at it and he looks back up at you and kind of just stands at attention.
Is this, have I seen this young man around before, or?
Only in passing.
Okay.
He's always been on the heels of the quartermaster, but you've like never talked to him or anything like that. He's always seemed to be very hyper.
Okay. So Asha will smile as she approaches him and just be like, I see that you've earned enough rapport with the quartermaster to be left here on your own.
Just, yes, ma'am. Desperate times, he said.
I think it's also a sign that you've been doing a great job.
That you're the first one to say that. I'm still learning the ropes of all of this, keeping track of everything that we have in stock and who went where and what's going to who, and it's all mind-boggling still. A lot of book work.
It's a lot of work, and sometimes the best way to learn is to mess up a few times. But you'll get it.
I wish the quartermaster held the same regard, but Brother Bertrand is more stern.
Unfortunately, he has to be, given the nature of being the quartermaster.
That's what he says too, that it's not that he does not like me or he enjoys punishing me, but he's got to keep a stiff hand for everyone.
He does. Can't play favorites in this position.
No, but he's out and about in an inner circle meeting due to the ordeal that happened with one of the neighboring temples, so I, for lack of a better person, am acting quartermaster.
Yeah, I saw what happened. May the gods be with them. Speaking of which, though, we are here because we've been told that it's time for us to make our expedition to the ruined city again. We are looking for supplies.
Ruined city. We have a ruined city? He starts like flipping through the book.
She'll patiently wait.
And she's like, he like looks back up. She's like, I don't see anything marked here. Failed city.
I'm ready to grab whatever, because I do believe Kylus had a letter telling him we could go.
He goes, expedition. I have 3 expeditions here. What is this city called?
Let me check my notes because I don't remember the name.
He's like flipping through like back and forth like 3 separate pages that have detailed lists of gear and everything for upcoming explorations.
Sorry. Asha totally knows the name.
As he goes, I found you. Oh, that one. Yes. Okay, so it's gonna take me a second to get everything set up here. But just so you know, and he turns and hands, it like lets you look at the book. It's like, this is all that you are being provided for the trek out there. So far, I have a carriage with 4 horses. Enough rations for a party of 8 for at least 1 month. Basic camping gear, and you know, as you always get. And then something here called experimental potion. There's 8 of them here. It says that it's supposed to fight adverse corruption effects. I'm not really sure what that means. Just a big handle with care and all caps.
You'll be sure to do that. That might be necessary given the state of the city.
Yeah.
And there's the name.
That's about it.
Valanche is not in a good sitting. We've been watching the corruption for a while.
I've only heard tales back and forth about, you know, the dead walking around and lumbering monsters eating unsuspecting travelers and all that sort. Again, I'm not sure if that's true or if that's just some of the older paladins, you know, having fun getting a rise out of me.
Probably a little both. Most stories stem from a kernel of truth.
That's disconcerting. But then that makes me happy that you're going and I'm not. But all I need you to do is sign here to mark off for the quartermaster that you've seen the list and you're in agreement with it, and you can begin heading out to the stables to acquire your cart, and the gear should be provided shortly.
And the camping gear, that's enough for everyone as well?
For a party of 8, yes.
Very well. And I'll sign off on the piece of paper. So you did great there.
He's like, yes, well, I did great there, not so much down there. It's like you look down.
Takes practice.
You look down and there's like a book with like a multitude of sheaves of paper that have been loosed and just sort of like strewn about the floor.
Well, if you get it all back in order before the quartermaster gets back, no one will be the wiser.
Yes. One thing at a time.
Though knowing his meticulousness, he might notice if any of the pages are creased in an odd manner.
I swear the man knows if there's a speck of dust out of place in here.
Maybe he has a scrying crystal in here and he keeps an eye on you.
No, I just think he might just be a hard ass.
Again, nature of being a quartermaster. He has a lot of people coming to him demanding items, and if he was a pushover, we wouldn't have anything left.
I guess you're right.
You'll get the hang of it. Just keep trying.
I wish your expedition the best of luck. Try to come back.
To you.
try to come back in one piece?
Well, good luck helping taking care of things while the mess is going on.
Yeah, I will try.
I'll head over to get our cart.
All right. And it takes probably about a good 45 minutes by the time you leave the quartermaster's office, get to the stables and everything for the cart to be set up, the horses to be fastened in, and all of the gear to be placed into the back of the cart.
More take special note where those potions are.
There is a very large iron box that has multiple warnings in multiple languages, along with a couple what look to be like arcane seals etched into the box.
Does it look like there's anything just like a cold would be a problem for it? Is it weather resistant? Extreme temperatures?
It looks to be like a very hardy iron chest.
Is the chest bigger than our bag of colding?
Yes.
Damn it. I don't want those things out. Alright. I'll just take note of where it is so that I make sure everyone knows that that's volatile. And I do believe... Is it Max that is our driver, usually?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let him take the lead on driving. But as we go to pull out of the church, I will cast Pass Without a Trace on us to try and help with our troublesome friends.
Okay.
Because hopefully if they lose us in a city, they're more likely to stick around that city and come directly for us.
True.
Let's hope they are that stupid.
I doubt it, but maybe it'll buy us a bit of time. Crowds and all that too, and the big hubbub that's going on. I'm hoping it's worth it.
Okay, so Max,
Mm-hmm.
how are you going about this?
Yeah, nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy?
Nothing fancy. It was just, yeah.
And are you sticking to the road heading towards the ruined city, or are you actually going to make your way towards the basilisk's location?
That's a great question. We should probably do that first, right? Because that's going to be closer.
Here, let me take everyone to the map screen here.
Yeah, I think we agreed to go up towards... I think that's the basilisk that's right above the emerald seat.
Yep.
Mhm.
That
I think that was the agreement to the
basilisk.
first place. To go there and then continue. So I think isn't the blacksmith in that general vicinity as well, ish, or just a little bit farther
blacksmith is
south?
down here, like down in this
Okay.
area.
Okay.
So it always could be something where we go up there and grab that, travel back to drop that off. We can discuss that after we get there, but I think our first stop is at Basilisk.
So are you taking the general gate out of Augur, or are you going to take it up through the Emerald Seat and pass through those gates?
We'll go through the Emerald Seat.
All right, so if you go through the Emerald Seat, you'll be exiting out here,
Mm-hmm.
which puts you relatively closer to both the blacksmith and beginning to hunt the basilisk.
Now, is this a road or a river?
River.
That's a river.
Okay.
Before we leave the city, though, Asha, were you gonna send a message to Val?
I just remembered that too. So yes, I did overnight take sending. So I will send a quick message to Val. Later note. It appears that our trip through the Astral Sea was...
Kind of love when you have to count words.
Yeah, so that's why I had to stop. was not
Good.
seamless. It was not as seamless as we thought. We're being tracked. You might have a tail too. That's my 25 words.
Okay. You feel that the message has received its recipient, but there is no response.
That's fine. And then when it nears the end of the hour passed without a trace, I will let Karsha know, because I can only do that once a day. As it's part of being a Earth Ganassi.
All right, so for that first hour that you leave the city, what exactly is the group doing? Are you just traveling, or are you beginning your hunt now? Because the basilisk was rumored to be in that area, up to the north west, but you do know creatures tend to move around.
Look at me wants to put the rations away in the box of clothing.
Asha would be game for looking around as we exit the city to start try and find tracks for it if we can. If it's been this far south.
Okay.
I don't know. Max is the resident hunter, so maybe he has a.
Yeah, Sylvia
I
doesn't know
do
the
have
first thing
that.
about hunting monsters, so she will defer to Max and do as he instructs.
All right. I guess this falls under survival, right?
The hunting part, yes, and then your cart driving is just going to be a standard vehicle roll. You're not taking it too rough here.
No, we're not doing anything weird.
Being a little off-road adds a little bit to the DC, but not much.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so for the vehicle land, it is a 19.
Nice. Okay.
And then survival is an 18.
Ooh.
Nice. Good rolls for the new year so far, guys. Don't ask my dice to roll, please.
Give me a second. I thought I had the basilisk on here. There it is. Sorry, I was just popping out the character sheet for it. So with a 19 on your driving, perfectly fine. You're able to continue on at a reasonable pace, not really putting too much strain on the horses, not endangering anybody. No sinkholes around this time, thankfully, so you can't lose a cart that way. But about 2 hours into your trip, you begin to notice strange stone formations sort of scattered about just like the rocky terrain and everything. The formations themselves, starting from like the tip running down, look to be melted, like to be melted stone. But as it gets closer to the bottom, you begin to see remnants of what appear to be the feet of animals or a pair of boots. And as you pass like the first couple of them, you continue to travel on. And every now and then you just begin to see more and more of these collective melted formations.
Something is not right here. How much do any of you know about the basilisks?
not to look at them.
Yeah, that's about the extent of my knowledge, too.
And do you know why you are not to look at them?
Well, they
You-
turn you to stone.
Yeah, I
Right.
heard they just, like, straight up kill you, but I guess that makes sense, yeah. They turn you into stone and you're kind of dead.
So on one hand, there are a lot of, let's say, partial statues around here. But I've not seen a basilisk melt things before.
They don't.
Especially not stone.
They don't eat the things they turn to stone. Is that not how they feed?
No. That is mostly a defense mechanism. The things that are hunting it, they turn to stone, but they eat live prey like any other animal. But still,
I feel like that makes things difficult for them because you're hunting live prey and they randomly look at you wrong and suddenly you no longer have live prey.
but regardless, they don't melt stone. And there's a lot of melted stone around here. Had anybody else noticed that?
I notice it now.
Yeah,
Should
I noticed.
Maybe take a closer look? See if we can figure out if, like, it's acid or something that melted them, or if fire melted them? Like, how and why they're being melted?
I'm
Or-
open to suggestions.
Do you think it's safe for us to just stop for a moment and take a closer look?
I don't know so much about safe, but we may want to know what we're to be expecting. So a little bit of hazard now may be something that will save us in the future.
All right, so what are you all thinking?
Maybe stopping the cart to approach one of these melted stone figures more closely and see if we can determine how they were melted.
Well, they'll do that. I want to keep an eye on our surroundings for either the basilisks or some of the people who might be tracking us.
Okay.
Is Asha's still feeling super paranoid?
All right, so Asha, go ahead and give me a perception check. And
Is this a hooded cart?
it is not. And Sylvia, how are you going about investigating these stone formations?
I think I just want to approach one of them and investigate it visually. I don't want to touch it yet, not until we know more.
Wow,
So
what
I
a big
guess-
difference from the last season's character.
Right. Yeah, if it was Zale, she'd just lick it to try and figure it out.
And if it was Mia, she'd just touch it all.
That too. Yeah, so just I guess it would be perception. Because I don't have any
Just giving it a
tools, I
once
don't
over?
think. Yeah, that would help me here. So
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll since you're trying to discern information from this.
ooh, I don't know what I'm looking at. That's a 6.
That's a 6.
Yep. Listen, I've led a very sheltered life.
Looking at the remnants that you're sort of standing over, not trying to touch it, not trying to do anything, you don't really gauge much. You kind of think that you're looking at probably a failed art project, maybe. Looks like somebody carved out some feet and started making the rest of the body, and in bit of frustration just smashed the rest of it and just left it sitting here?
Alright, guys, well, either we're looking for a really angry art student, or I'm the wrong person to be looking at these things.
What did you get with your perception, Asha?
22.
22? Far as you can see, seem to be okay.
Okay. Anyone else want to inspect the statues? Asha wants to be a paranoid mother after I do it, but
As you
any other
begin,
methods?
as you're staring at what you can only assume is a failed art project. So, like, wondering what exact rage had to be going through the artist's mind as they began to destroy the work they set out on. I'm going to take you all to a different map as something happens.
no.
Allow me to get your characters.
Oh yes, I do see now. Shit has become fucked.
There's something I need to copy here. As it's going to make its appearance once again.
Did we move over and roll 20? My roll 20 is still the one map.
I haven't put you guys over yet.
Okay.
Chat can see what's going on.
Yeah, I don't watch the stream when we're going to maps for that reason. I don't like to feel like I'm getting to know things I shouldn't know.
So, as you turn around, you're telling everybody about the failed art project, and you kind of like looking around at all the other smashed ones you see around you. You hear a low rumbling growl. You kind of stiffen as it feels like it's right on you. As the rest of you in the cart hear the same growl, you could almost swear you can see the feathers on Sylvia's body kind of like stand up in fright. As behind her, seemingly uncloaking itself out of either some form of invisibility spell or some natural camouflage, is a rather large basilisk.
Oh my god.
The art student's right behind me, aren't they?
They're very pissed off that you're looking at their failed art now.
Before we begin the which is certainly going to be combat, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here so everyone can get up, stretch your legs, get something to drink and all that fun stuff, and we will be back in about 5 minutes.
You son of a
10.
And we're
Level
back.
6.
Either way, much higher than we currently are.
Wait a second. Why is my VTuber avatar or my VTuber emote up? What?
I always
We did that
I
last time
always-
because your camera kept freezing.
That's right.
Mm.
Anyway,
That was our solution to the camera issue.
yeah, I remember that. It was just use a picture.
Hmm.
But welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. We're ready for this terrifying thing that happens next.
Uh,
We're just talking about how screwed we are.
it's not great.
Yet, knowing that we were going to be up against a basilisk, we probably should have stocked up on supplies specifically for that. But hey, hindsight's 2020.
Right.
That's
You live and you
knowledge
learn?
for my character.
We're also being
Yeah.
hunted, so we kind
You
of
live, you learn.
got out.
Well, we
So if
might
you
not
live for this-
so.
You can learn from it.
This will be the shortest campaign on this channel.
I think Tricorn still holds that pretty well.
It's
The first instance.
Not. Oh.
Tickles.
Pickles.
Campaign
What I
2.
know that was the
Tickles
quickest death.
Yeah, Tickles campaign 2 dying.
But as a campaign as a
Episode two.
whole, I think first season of Tricorn was the quickest campaign.
His first death would be my character
The-
ever in
The
existence.
quite literal only TPK so far on the channel.
Yeah.
As all of you see this basilisk appear behind Sylvia, it just takes a few steps. It's right up next to her and starts peering around her form and inhaling, sort of just taking in her scent. One, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6 models. Aye, they have blessed me today.
Is it talking?
It is talking.
Oh, what?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You sure this is it?
Now, we do not need that sort of language here. That's very uncouth. Now, what brings you interesting models out to my studio?
Your studio. Are you actually an art student?
No, not a student, but a master.
We're here. We're told there was a monster around here somewhere. I'm sorry. I'm speaking without looking at you. I don't mean to be rude. I just don't want to turn into a statue.
Oh,
I don't-
no need to apologize. I am quite aware what my gaze can do to someone like you, or things that aren't me. So you're just decided to come out here.
Yeah.
So not
Um,
sacrifices. Not models.
I don't think so.
Has
I don't
someone been
wanna be a
singing you
sacrifice.
sacrifices?
'Tis a shame. You do have a very lovely shape.
Thank you.
Just like he's sort of just like pacing back and forth, keeping his eyes just locked onto Sylvia.
Do you normally get sacrifices? Someone send people out here
Oh,
like that?
I use sacrifices just because it's those who make donations to my cause tend to send the unwanted to me.
The unwanted.
Yes. The riffraff.
So they use you to punish those
They
see fit?
I do not know if I'm a punishment per se, but they are sent to me and I am given full blessing to turn them into works of art. But as you can see, and he kind of like looks around to like all the destroyed statues, I've had a bit of a artist block for a while.
What was wrong with these ones?
They just didn't pose correctly. It's very hard to capture the beauty in something when there is just so much fear in their eyes, and they attempt to run or fall over mid-transformation and will shatter.
I can see how that would be a problem if you're trying to create a different look.
Indeed, indeed. But this one is new. I've not seen many feathered individuals such as you. I've seen my share of harpies, an angel or two in my time, but not you. You would make a fine addition to my collection.
I'm sorry, I've been a part of a collection before. I don't much like it.
But it sounds like the collection that you were of before, you were not taken care of.
Not very well, no.
Hmm.
But I don't want to be a statue.
Oh, no. You misunderstand me. You are far too beautiful to be a statue. When I talked about adding you to a collection, I mean like a pet. You would be well cared for, live in the lap of luxury. Anything you wished would be yours.
Hylas will step forward.
Go ahead and move Kyla.
We got here out of character, but I'm just like, oh god, here we are.
You exited out of the gate up at the Emerald Seat in order to begin hunting the basilisk, who apparently can talk and is an art collector.
Yep. We have a talking basilisk that seemed to peer out of some sort of invisibility cloak.
Thankfully, with him having so much shiny armor on him, avoiding his gaze is somewhat easy while still being able to see reflection. To a certain extent, at least. And he's going to be like, the offer is appreciated, but when she says she was also part of a collection, maybe yes, not taken care of, but I suppose that is a poor choice of words on your part.
Does this belong to you?
Belong? No.
You seemingly speak for her as if she does.
I would have gone with yes.
I am merely helping her feelings, since it is a sore spot. And I feel for her.
Ah, a potential mate.
No, friend.
Nihilus.
Friend.
Is Kylus, you
Everyone in
see,
the background. Oh my!
he like
I
circles.
object.
He circles Sylvia, and Sylvia, this is like the first time you're getting a glimpse at this monstrous basilisk walking around you. As he begins, and he gets very, very close to Kylus. It's the same thing that he did to you, or he did to Sylvia. Interesting. You too have a rather appealing form. I've never mated pets before. Would be a new endeavor.
I mean no disrespect, but we are not hounds to be mated. We really should not consider the pet option. Apologies.
Disappointing. But I assume that is your call. If you change your mind, the Lapper luxury is not a lie. Being a known artist in some inner circles, my artwork has been displayed all over this continent. I've worked many commissions for people in places of power, provided fine statues and sculptures that have been turned into fountains and monuments in your cities. None in Augur, unfortunately. I am not, unfortunately, famous enough for them.
Is there, by chance, another basilisk in this area somewhere?
Another basilisk? Well, a few of my offspring do roam the land, but nowhere near home. You know, children, when they get to a certain age, they all want to spread their proverbial wings and set out on their own.
I'm a little bit confused. If you're such a renowned artist, why would they put a bounty on your head?
A bounty?
Not have said that.
What ne'er-do-well wishes me dead?
That's what I want to know. It
You
was
and me both.
a proper, like, official Hunters Guild bounty, as far as I know.
The guild, of course, the guild. They're always meddling in things that they do not understand. They see me and hear of my endeavors to become an even more renowned artist, and they think me a monster for the materials I work with.
I'm
But
sure you
what
can
if-
see how that.
But what is
Maybe.
genius without a little chaos?
I'm sure you can see how that might be a little off-putting to some. Yeah, everyone has a different taste, of course.
Yes, but when find materials are sent to me, it's because I pay for them.
So
Oh,
you
this just
pay
keeps
for
getting worse and worse. Okay.
people to be sent to you.
I pay for
So you
materials.
buy slaves and then you turn them into statues and then you sell the statues to
No,
recoup the
no.
cost from buying the slaves.
No. I do not pay for slaves. Slaves have too much trauma. Also, I cannot purchase a slave as I am appalled by the idea.
Mm-hmm.
No, I purchase prime materials.
Expound on that.
How to explain this? Think of it as you are a farmer, and I'm wishing to buy a prime cut of beef from you. I want your most healthy and bountiful cow to make my meat. Thus, I provide you the goods, the materials, the gold, the gems, whatever you wish, and you send them to me.
Do you deal with the seller directly, or like how does that work? Do you know who it is that's sending you these materials?
I have a go-between. As you've seen my form, I'm a bit unsettling for most, but I have a go-between that will act in my stance. They make the deal, the materials are brought to me, I do my work.
Hey Max. You wouldn't happen to know how long this bounty has been available, would you? Was it a new bounty, or has it been like a long-standing one?
26 years, by my count, give or take. It's been about 26 years since the last hunter has come and tried to challenge me for, I guess, their glory. Oh, are you hunters?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, we had picked up the bounty, but that's when we thought you were just an ordinary basilisk that was terrorizing people. We didn't know you were a connoisseur.
Way worse.
Perspectives.
Did you say way worse?
Yes, he did. I mean, to expound on that, we don't
takes a couple steps back away from Sylvia, giving himself a little bit of space.
We don't take lives that aren't necessary. If someone was out here killing wantonly, we'd be in a different discussion.
There is no murder here. All of my work is still alive. Well, save for, and he kind of just like motions with his head for like all like the broken statues around him. But that was, I guess you can say, livestock. Chickens, birds, lizards, scorpions, things that came across me, you know, as what one of your bipedal artists would call doodles.
I mean, life is life, but there is a circle of life. So I do understand where you're coming from.
Is it bad that I just can't get mad at this basilisk for doing work like this? Like, I'm all for this shit.
He's an entrepreneur.
Okay, I have to ask because it's been bothering me.
Let him cook.
How do you do the art?
Where do I do the arts? Well,
No, how do you art?
Well, the way my kind always turns things into stone, with my eyes. And then I mold them, and I meld them, and I put them into the positions that I wish. And then I add a little bit of extra flair with some gems and rubies and other stones, and I turn a random biped into a glorious statue or monument or other work of art, and, well, my go-between sells them to the small collective market that is around here.
Okay, that goes with my follow-up if you ask them to pose beforehand, but okay.
And do your works of arts, the ones that you don't sell, do they remain as you position them for the remainder of their time, or
They are in my
you
showroom.
eventually release them?
Oh, no. Once they have been transformed, they remain that way. And they remain in my showroom, just in case anyone is looking for a spare lawn ornament or whatever suits their fancy.
These people that you buy to use as materials, are they bad people, or do you not really concern yourself with that part of it?
There have been what you may consider a multitude of bad people sent to me. It seems that when a local jurisdiction wishes to have a new monument built or a new statue in place in their town halls, I get sent a criminal or two.
Are all your materials bad people, or just some of them?
I don't do deep dives into their background. As long as they are healthy and in good condition, they are prime material. Though I am a little curious, as if you are not hunters but you have taken this bounty, are you expecting to act on it now that you've seen me and made a astute observation that I am not like my brethren?
All right. Give us one moment to discuss that matter. Everybody, huddle up.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not know these creatures were capable of talking.
I don't think they normally are.
Not normally.
Not.
No. But also, this is not an okay thing that is going on here. But also, this seems to be bigger than this thing.
This is more political, really.
I also wonder how many of the buyers realize what they're getting. As far as they know, they might just be getting a statue.
Yeah.
Completely unaware of the source.
That's
Then
the
again,
middleman.
the middleman could be the one that's bringing people to them and doing it on his own. We don't know. I don't think we have enough information to truly judge the situation.
It is still a basilisk. Like, at the end of the day, it is still a monster that should probably be hunted.
Is it though?
Yes?
I mean, it's.
I mean, by that standards,
People. If
Karsha here is a shark.
But Kasha, to my knowledge, and forgive me if I am incorrect, is not being provided with bodies?
Yeah, that part is what makes me uncomfortable.
She does
Yeah,
keep trying to eat my arm, though.
I
Wait,
think it's
the one
You want to throw your arm away?
I mean, the one you have on you currently, or the one you're not using at all?
Well, Karsha did ask.
Fair
She
point.
didn't just take it.
I mean,
I
if
mean, I asked for permission.
I
As
mean,
far
you
as
do
it's
have a
fast-
spare arm that you're not actually using, so like, I don't actually see the issue with that.
I'm
Yeah,
just
why
putting
are you
two-
keeping that arm?
I'm just putting you two over by the cart since you're supposed to be huddled up.
Honestly,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
as far as we know, this basilisk isn't fully aware of where he's getting the people from.
I don't think it cares.
No.
I really don't
Doing a
think it's
job.
good.
He's making art and sending it. Why would he care where he gets his shit from?
I don't want to insinuate anything, especially since I don't really know anything about these organizations, but I did have a thought. If this bounty has been posted for a long time, what if the Hunters Guild knows? And, like, they're sending people to come out here and become statues?
I don't think
They
that
didn't force
is.
us to come out here.
No, we were very clearly like
Yeah,
we were given a list of jobs, and this is the one we just kind of picked randomly.
Yeah, but I mean, if they were specifically sending people to this area, then it would seem suspicious. But if they just go, hey, here's a list of jobs. Oh, look, this one's closest. I just don't trust people. So
No, I mean, no, that is fair and that is valid, and you keep doing you.
I'm also a little uncomfortable.
That
Oh,
reminds
I'm
me.
a little uncomfortable if it sounds like he's.
Quick. How are
Well-
you feeling about the whole pet thing? I just want to make sure you're okay. You kind of froze up. I saw your body stiffen the moment you mentioned that. I just want to make sure you're okay.
I will get over it.
Just tell me who I
Eventually.
need to eat, and I'll fix the problem.
I think that's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
I'm also a little uncomfortable. It sounds like he's farming people. I
Yeah.
don't know what this go-between is doing, but it sounds like he's trying to. And maybe it was just the way he described it, but it sounds like he's either.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of what is going on here. Like, on one hand, like, Sylvia, you are probably right. There are probably more than one of these. Well, most of a statue is probably from, hired from the Hunters Guild. I don't think that the Hunters Guild is doing that on purpose, just that some hunters are not as good as I am.
Again, we've also killed people in self-defense ourselves.
Yes.
So if someone's coming after you trying to kill you from the Hunters Guild, him turning to stone, not really his fault.
No.
Self-defense and
That's one thing.
But the concern is definitely where he gets the rest of the bodies.
My concern is that he's a sentient being, has a life, and I'm not sure it's our place to intervene.
He is also an asshole, though.
to be fair, and this is not my reasoning behind why we should kill it, but I mean, when you think about it, there are some pretty big tyrannical dragons out there that are sentient that would rather eat everyone alive. So I'm just, and to take that a step further, there are criminals out there, just regular old people that are just homicidal maniacs. They're intelligent. Question mark.
Yes.
So yeah, just because it's sentient doesn't necessarily give it the right to keep essentially killing people. At least leave them to their fate if they truly are still alive.
Are you still talking? I'm sorry. I'm on a very tight-knit schedule today. I need to make sure that my pets are fed and watered before they get too hungry.
Fed and watered.
As you notice,
So we put it to a vote. I say no.
You notice now that as he calls out to you, he's no longer in sight.
Sick.
One last thing, I'm also kind of wondering if maybe being this close to the Emerald Seat, what if the Empress is using them to get rid of people? Punishing, sending criminals, whatever.
Alright, hang on.
He's mentioning people of power.
We have gotten off track here. Okay, so we have a job to do. Are we deciding not to do that job?
Oh, my monitor just died. What the fuck?
Oh.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, there we go. We're slowly coming back up now.
Do-do-do-do.
Hello? Bueller?
Yeah, we're just all over the place.
Bueller.
The monitor needs a medic.
Quick, let's
All right.
gang up on it while he can't
It
see
needs an
anything.
exorcist.
Right. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break here so I can figure out what the hell's going on with my monitor. We will be right back.
Yep. Okay.
Case.
All right.
Yeah.
Only
I
some
was
of
thinking
them
that
are like
too.
that.
Maybe
Yeah.
That's kind of
maybe it's fixed. Like it just decided
Hopefully.
to just straight up die.
Hmm.
I'm worried
Huh.
that means that well, because I had to full on unplug it and plug it back in the other day just to get it to turn on.
It might be
So,
dying.
I'm afraid that either the monitor's dying or my GPU's display port's dying or something. So
Oh God, hope it's
I
my
mean,
GPU.
It might be the cable.
It could just
could
be the cable.
Yeah.
I've had cables go out several
Especially-
times, and they
especially-
do exactly that.
Especially with how much your cat just likes to eat cables.
funny enough, she only bites the wire to my mouse. That's it.
That's the one that wiggles.
Yep.
That's a little funny.
Yep.
It's a
That's the one that
little bit
on the
wiggles,
nose.
and if she decides that it's bedtime and I'm not in bed yet, she grabs the mouse wire and tries to take it away from me.
Oh my.
Smart kitty.
Is it an HDMI or a DVI?
DVI.
Does sound like it might just be the cable.
Yeah.
That would be my go-to to replace first before thinking it's the monitor or the GPU.
I guess I'm gonna have to take a look at Amazon. But we're back, so let's go ahead and continue.
Mr. Basilisk, can I ask you? I'm sorry, I don't know what to call you, but may I ask you one more question?
Mr. Basilisk, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie
Oh,
Roll
God,
Center
no.
with Tootsie Pop?
I don't know. Let's find out.
You, my dear, can ask me as many questions as you like.
You have been
3.
so gracious as to offer us a chance to just walk away. Is that something you offer to everyone you come across?
It
All of your
depends on
Materials?
the materials. No, the materials are paid for. Hunters, I give them the chance, but it always ends in the same of, oh, I will slay you, foul beast, hear my roar, fear my blade. We do combats, they become a statue. So I have to say, Works of battle do tend to bring in a fairly decent bit of coin.
That's one way to solve your fear in the eyes problem.
Nothing brings out the raw emotion as bloodlust.
All of your pets, did they become your pets voluntarily?
Oh, of course. I don't imprison my pets.
Are they allowed to leave if they decide they no longer want to be a pet?
I have offered. None of them leave.
I mean, that's their choice.
Oh,
No begrudge to that.
As I say, my pets live in the lap of luxury.
I don't know how to feel about this.
I don't like this. All right, so we're all right.
My favorite problem is where he's sourcing the bodies.
Can I insight?
We're
Sure.
trying to.
Insight check the basilisk.
What are you inciting? Because he said a lot of things here.
Yeah.
I'm a little behind because I've been trying to like focus on what this damn thing is saying. Well, for one, if he's being mostly if they're being truthful about like volunteers and all about choice as far as his pets and art.
Sure, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay. Where's my insight? I forgot this is one of my few characters that aren't very insightful. I'll take that though. 15?
15. You're not entirely sure how to gauge the truth because you've never really spoken to a basilisk before. Though there does seem to be a bit of excitement, endearment maybe, in his voice anytime he speaks of his pets.
Ugh. Get really excited when he talks about his pets.
Gets excited.
Oh God, I hope not that excited. Oh Jesus. Please, dear God, not that excited.
Have you ever thought of asking for volunteers instead of buying materials? If someone comes out here voluntarily, they're less likely to have fear in their eyes.
Yes.
You said that was a problem you were having.
But it fails to capture the emotion of the situation. Then they just look like a statue any other random sculptor can create.
This thing for you? Is that what's going on?
I'm sorry?
Is this a fetish thing for you? Is that what's going on?
No, my dear man. This is no fetish of mine. I just like to present art pieces that present emotion. A volunteer will just stand there and pose, and it's just so cold. So false. No, you need to capture the fear, the rage, the anger, the joy, the passion.
I am seriously so conflicted right now. No.
Well, if it helps to the group.
Passionate
quietly.
about his craft. It's great.
The way I see it, the basilisk isn't a problem. It's the person who's supplying him with people.
Sure. Yes, we can deal with the. You know what? We have other jobs. We just go on to the ruined city and forget any of this ever happened.
Don't know if I could.
You know, we'll put a pin in this.
Put a pin in it.
It's like, my instinct says one thing, but my head is saying another. I don't feel like I have all the information. Let's make a choice.
Completely understand that, Kylus.
Max is literally only conflicted about this because everybody else is. Otherwise, Max would just be like, we're being paid to kill a basilisk, and it's right there. He is a simple man.
Asha's decided to resolve her conflict by blaming the person bringing in people. That's her solution to this conflict inside of her. If no one was supplying, he wouldn't be buying.
Above table, not gonna lie, if we voted, I probably would vote to kill it, but... Hey.
I think that's what it's gonna come down to. Which way are we going?
Alright, what do we all think?
I think he's a creep-ass weirdo, and I want him dead.
I like that.
Do not deny that.
I like him. Can we keep him for the rest of the seasons going forward?
Keep coming back.
Just keeps coming back.
Look, when we start having problems with people, we just tie him up, put him in the cart, drive him out here. Problem solved.
You need a statue? Don't worry, I know a guy.
Look, in Tricorn Isles, we'd be feeding them people. That's what we would be doing. We'd be hightailing it, we'd grab that prince, we'd tie him up, and we'd take him to the basilisk. Here you go.
But apparently,
have fun with this one.
Apparently, this group has morals.
Donation.
I mean, well, yeah.
I mean, Tricorn has morals. They're just a little on the gray side.
Extremely gray.
We have our own set of code that we're living by.
So have we made a decision yet? I have to say,
Sylvia?
for would-be hunters, you are very slow to act.
Not truly hunters.
If you do not wish to come to blows, I have no qualm with that, and you can be on your way, and I'll head home to make sure that my pets do not starve, and begin to ponder my next great work.
Territory that you have, is it fairly large? I don't need exact numbers or specifics. We are actually on a different expedition primarily, and you actually might have some information if your territory is large enough.
I have a home. I do not have a territory. My home is large, because you've seen the size of me. I need my space and my comforts and places to store my treasures and artworks and, the lots.
We are heading north to a ruined city, and I'm not sure. It's been there for a couple of years now. I'm not sure if you've seen any goings-on up that far north.
No, I tend to stay away from the north. I tend not to cross the river. Tend to act as a boundary from here.
Okay. It was worth an ask. Thank you.
Of course.
Well, does Sylvia or Tokumi have an opinion on this matter, since we're taking votes?
Tokumi does not understand any of this. She's never heard of a talking basilisk that is an art collector. She's like, whatever the party wants to do, she'll go along with it. She's just very confused.
I think we should leave it alone.
I want to come back for business later.
I'm with the leave it alone. I don't think he's the problem. I think the supplies are.
Alright. So it's settled. As much of a creep-ass weirdo as you are, we have decided that we are not going to hunt you, and we are going to move on to the ruined city.
Well, I must admit...
boy, are you a creep-ass weirdo.
Part of me is ashamed. Given the composition of your lot, it would make a great battle piece. But, oh well. You win some, you lose some. And these old bones are aching for the warmth of my crystals. Well, I bid you farewell then.
Before we part ways,
Hmm.
could I just see you one more time? I don't know where you went.
Give me a deception check. Or a persuasion roll, one or the other.
Whichever you're trying to do.
It will be. I mean, they're both equally terrible, but it'll be persuasion.
They're both equally terrible.
Actually, that's not bad. I rolled a 17 for 16 total.
I see what you mean.
Nods. Well, you can't see that he nods.
You feel the airflow around you as he nods.
He nods
That's
visibly.
terrifying.
Well, I don't suppose it can hurt too much. He appears in front of you.
And can I look directly at you without turning to stone?
I promise that our eyes will not meet. You are
It's
not.
just cross-eyed looking at you.
He's like, you are not a piece of material. You are not engaging me in combat. I have no qualms with you. And it would be it would be a crime to ruin such a perfect specimen.
Well, I want to give you this,
And she'll pull out one of her feathers, and she'll kind of hold it out in front of her.
My name is Sylvia, by the way. You have given me a lot to think about. A lot of important stuff to think about. So thank you for that.
And you feel the feather just like being gently pulled out of your hand as it just floats over to him. Well, if I've given you any chance to open your mind, Miss Sylvia, I am happy to be of service.
I guess safe travels to you. We'll be on our way.
To you as well.
Thank you.
Oh, are you? My apologies. Are you looking to cross the river?
I think so. We're crossing the river, right, guys?
We will have to in order to head as far north as the ruins.
Yeah.
In order for you to not have to go all the way down south to go around the river, there is a footpath that I have built across the river itself for my children to cross. If you so wish, it is open for you to use.
Thank you.
So
That
much.
will make our journey a lot easier.
Well, if you're ever in the need of any sort of artwork, or if you or your potential mate there ever wish to become pets of mine, you know where to find me. But I bid you all farewell and a long and prosperous life to all of you.
And to you as well, I suppose.
He once again
Oh my God.
camouflages
This guy.
himself, and you can see
So
just like the
goofy.
large puffs of air coming out from underneath his feet as he begins just to walk a little farther north.
Asha will hop out of the cart as he starts walking away to go tend to whatever wound was left when you pulled out your feather, Sylvia. She's seen what's happened before. She's treating this.
It's fine. When they get to a certain size, they're easy to just pull out, and a fresh one will grow.
Don't want it to scar.
No, it's fine. It's like if you pulled out one of your hairs. A new hair will grow in that same place, except, feathers are a lot bigger than hair.
If it ever bothers you, if you need anything, let me know.
I will. Thank you.
Not what I was expecting you to do by asking him to reveal himself.
Right?
Like you said
Bring
that,
enough
and
around.
I'm thinking, son of a bitch, you still have a gate left.
If this was Chloe, then that's exactly what she would have done. She's got those gates, but not Sylvia.
It's been so long that I forget who has what.
I'm completely uncomfy by this whole situation.
I hate
Asha's
everything that.
so uncomfy.
Who here votes we never talk about any of this to anyone ever again?
Silas raises his hand.
Agreed.
Oh, all right. This
No, I'm
never
gonna talk
happened.
about it.
I mean, if my mother asks me, I'm gonna tell her. I can't lie to my mother.
Nor should you.
Weak. I'm kidding.
No, I think this is going to be one of those things I lied to my parents about as well.
I'm gonna fuck with you every chance I get about this, Max.
This is. Oh, Christ almighty. All right, let's.
What other creature
Go.
did we go after?
There's supposed to be one farther north near the ruins, I do believe.
Yeah, but that was just a griffin.
Was that
It's
what it
gonna
was?
be a sentient griffin, right, Rojin?
We are
Took me.
not killing a griffin.
Hey, you're not that character in this game.
I don't care.
Yeah,
She is precious.
Fuck the bird. I'm killing that bird.
it's a griffin. There's something else up north, a little farther away from the ruins too.
The cockatrice.
I was
Cockatrice.
gonna say it's not even. I don't even think was a griffin even on it.
Cockatrice.
I don't know. This is what the token looked like on the map.
It looks like a lion with wings.
And
Oh, that's a manticore.
that's just what we have
Oh.
bounties for. We might run into something big and scary in
We
the ruins
absolutely
or
have
on
no
the
idea
road.
how much they were offering for the manticore.
If the manticore
yeah,
is
no,
up
it was
there,
not
there's
a griffin. It was a basilisk, cockatrice,
Manticore.
manticore, rock, and chimera.
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
the manticore.
I was gonna say, I was like, I don't remember griffin being on the list.
If there's
Yeah,
a manticore near the ruins, we're going to run into it anyway.
Yeah.
That's true.
The manticore, he wasn't even in this song.
Can we continue on the way, Max?
Yeah,
I'm ready to
no,
leave here.
Everybody on the cart. We're just
Let's
gonna.
go, let's go.
On the
we're-
cart.
Stomach hurts. I'm feeling uncomfy. I don't like this.
Ay.
There's a lot of things to think about and to unthink about, so yeah, let's just.
I
Don't
love how encounters just leave you guys completely disturbed and paranoid sometimes.
Look, I have not had to scratch my brain this hard, and it's still nowhere near close as how hard I had to scratch my brain than the fucking one shot with Candy when it was revealed that she was actually helping people. And I'm like, but out of player knowledge, that contradicts everything I know.
Right?
Yeah, well,
My brain hurts, and I don't know. I like this.
Tokumi is naive to the ways of the world, so the party is her Geiger counter. So
Oh, good
That
luck with
monster
that.
ain't right. Ooh.
I know she doesn't know better yet. So
At least this isn't Tricorn Isles. If it was that party, you'd be screwed.
Oh, we would
Hey,
have
at
hurt
least-
her with that thing. So
oh
hard.
no, but it was that
Well,
party and this.
protect
If it was
Well,
that
no,
party
yeah, it
and
would be
this
a pet.
character, it'd be like she'd probably turn against the party eventually.
At
Honestly,
least
I
Amy
can
doesn't
see
have to
Tricorn
listen to the
Isles.
chorus.
Dragging people to the basilisk that they don't like. Like the prince. Princey boy? You want to go see a basilisk? We'll take you to the basilisk.
How we dispose of our bodies.
Rojan, it's a 15 to drive the cart, by the way.
Okay, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You continue on through the rest of the day's travels, and you finally make it up a little further north to where to again more water, but you do see this made land bridge that connects one end of the riverbed to the other, and you just cross over perfectly fine.
So many things Asha's refusing to think about. She's going to assume this is normal stone, and he didn't use special stone to make his bridge.
Why does the bridge have faces?
Oh,
I forgot something, guys. I should have gotten his business card.
Oh, you know where to find him.
Yep, that's all you, Karsha.
But as you cross the river, heading a little bit north, now with the mountain range of the Lutu Mountains now in very close proximity to you, the sun is beginning to set.
With the last hour of travel, does Karsha want to possibly use a spell?
Who, me?
Yeah.
What spell?
Pass without a trace.
Oh, yeah.
Keep us from being tracked to
our...
our campsite.
Okay, I will gladly use Passity without the Tracity.
Tracity without the
Tracity
Tracity.
without the trace, the Tracity is cast.
There we go. Woo!
And for the last hour of your commute, Pass Without a Trace is active.
I don't know if it's going to do us any good. I'm just paranoid.
So, continuing through the night, or are you stopping to make camp?
We've got the materials and the and etc. We'll just go ahead and stop to make camp.
Yeah, I think it's best to make camp. We have more than enough materials and camping gear for the night.
Actually, I have a question about Pass Without a Trace.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is just me and my companion. So basically, everyone else sees a fucking carriage just going by itself.
No, it
right?
doesn't turn you invisible. It just gives you bonuses to stealth checks.
Oh, okay.
And we
And
can't
also
be
you want
tracked.
to try to
You
be
can't be
harder
tracked,
to be
yeah.
noticed.
We can't be tracked
Okay.
except for by magical means.
Now, if
Okay,
somebody
gotcha.
sees you, coming down the road, Pass
They
Without
see
Trace really doesn't do anything.
Okay.
But we're not leaving like track marks in the ground and things like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
So are we breaking for camp?
Mhm.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like.
Cool. Tokumi is gonna set up a campfire and start cooking dinner.
And what is Toki cooking?
Well, she's gonna make two things because she's gonna make a generic stew with some of the rations that we have. And then she's going to take some of the chimera meat and then make a separate stew from that. Because she wants to know what the chimera meat tastes like, and everyone else is like, that could be bad. Tokumi's like, whatever. It's just like,
I can purify
Okay.
if you want. Make sure it's not poison.
Yeah, I was gonna say, considering how I feel like I've had the need to frickin' take the goddamn purify food and drink because of all the fucking
I will
meat we
say-
keep collecting.
I will say, because it has been some time, that it has been mentioned before that you cannot eat chimera meat because it is a monstrosity. It is not an animal, and humanoids are not supposed to consume monstrosities. You can if you want, but there are adverse effects that can happen.
okay.
Hey, you can eat anything once.
Boo.
So if you want to continue, on,
If she's been told if she's been told it's not good, she'll probably just wait until she has like her diamond body skill, and then she'll play around with monstrosities. Because then she's immune.
immune to poison and whatnot.
Poison's a disease. You don't know what else might happen.
Hey, it's like she's got low
Like, if
enough
Tokumi eats it, I'll eat
intelligence.
it.
So she'll just make a stew with the rations.
Okay.
And if anyone decides to go hunting and wants to like bring some fresh meat, she'll toss it in the pot.
I'll make tea. Because I feel like at this point, Asha's chugging tea to try to calm her nerves.
So
Guys, can we stop for another bathroom break?
So you're just using the rations there?
Well, because we don't have actually. Let me double check my character sheet because bio. Let's see, 10 pounds.
Yeah, I don't mind doing a little bit of hunting if need be.
So the quality meat that I have is from the
Scorpion.
basilisk.
You have the scorpion meat too.
Okay. Yeah, let's do the scorpion meat.
Okay, so since you're using something other than just field rations, you can go ahead and give me a survival roll here.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Shit.
So with that wondrous natural 20,
And with my cooking utensils, it's actually a 26.
very nice. So after eating this meal, for the next 12 hours, everyone here is going to gain resistance to poison-based attacks. And again, this will last for 12 hours.
Nice.
As Toki makes an exquisite scorpion meat stew.
Thank you. Oh,
I appreciate it. Thank you. Gonna do a
Yes.
perimeter check.
Yes, you can do a perimeter check. How are you checking the perimeter?
Okay. I'm just gonna do a wide berth to see, just to kind of scope out to see if there's any dangers or any potential points of interest. Just kind of doing a general sort of, not necessarily scouting, just kind of
Just
walk
getting a
around,
lay of the
making sure
land.
we're not- Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
special eyes.
Special eyes. Go ahead and give me a survival roll.
Okay. Wow, there's just keep rolling the same shit. That's a 15.
15. Nothing.
Oh, sorry. 16. Sorry.
Nothing stands out too much to you. You're probably about a good 500 feet from the water itself. Off to the west, you have the mountains at your back, and you're in a rather open part of the terrain itself. Not many places for an ambush. You figure if you keep the fire going, you'll keep any wildlife away that may take interest with the group.
Yeah. He will definitely make a note of that, and when he comes back, he'll sit down. Well, I think it goes without saying we're in a very open area, so I say we have watches just in case and keep the fire going, and I think we'll be fine.
Might be best for at least some of us to maybe I don't know if it's best for us to utilize the doors. Because if something does happen, the people on watch won't be able to get to you for help.
No, I think being out here at the campus is perfectly fine. Plus, there's a lot more for us to see. We can see something coming much quicker. Depending.
Can everyone here roll me a d20?
Okay, seriously, what the fuck is me rolling? I'm doing a different die. I rolled the same freaking number 3 times now.
All right, so what are they?
15.
Okay, 15. Spiffy, you got a 15. Zoro, you got
I got a 13.
13.
Yes.
Rudes,
19.
Azarin,
9.
Gilly,
9.
Fox.
Yay. Dice
6.
twins.
What's that?
6.
Okay.
But we don't know what these mean.
No.
like us
Doesn't look
three
at
are
his face.
us three are fucking up the average.
Yep.
996.
Well, the fighters were doing okay.
If something's not about to happen, Asha will do something before bed.
What does Asha do?
I wanna visit my tea kettle friend since we're in the middle of nowhere now.
The little
Benvolio.
dormouse?
Yeah.
Benvolio, the little dormouse?
Yeah. I want to make a new friend.
Okay.
She'll tell everyone in the party she's about to do this so that they're not going to be like, surprise!
Okay. So you pull out your little tea kettle and you shrink down. You are pulled into the tea kettle. And as you
Oh, that's
are,
cute.
you enter into a very beautiful tea shop. A couple chairs and tables off to the side. The smell of what seemed to be pristine, freshly baked breads and other sweet treats kind of fill the airs. You see multiple kettles off to the side, all bubbling and brimming to life, full of hot liquid, and just various tea bags decorating the walls. As you walk in, this little dormouse dressed in a fine apron and blue tunic and pants walks out with a bright smile. I've been wondering when you were going to visit.
Yes, I was told not to visit in the middle of a city because things can go oddly.
Oh yes, when an individual, stops by and, well, tends to wish to visit me, disappearing into a tea kettle, or the tea kettle growing, depending on the day, the time, and all that, can be a bit of a spooky situation.
That it can be. I see how it would startle many people.
Oh yes.
But first I've been away from the city and I was quite eager to come meet you.
And I am quite happy that you did. I've been quite eager to meet you as well, seeing as how, from my observations, you are a tea connoisseur.
Oh, yes, I quite enjoyed the different teas.
Tea is magnificent.
It is. Different flavor, different effect from each one.
Indeed, just popping with life.
And no two are the same.
It's good that you stopped by, because I can explain how my little shop here works.
Ah, yes.
Now, see, all of this around here is all for decor and everything to make everybody comfortable and not, congratulations, you are in a small pocket dimension, located in a tea kettle. Though,
That's fair.
what my wonderful little establishment here does is every day, my kettle will provide you with a tea of the day. Now, this isn't just your standard, grandma's tea, mind you. They give you a little pep in your step, each one different. Now, mind you, this is for a single cup of tea. This is not to share. This is for the owner of the kettle itself.
Very well.
Now, so that I don't abruptly kill you with one of my concoctions, are you allergic to any plants, nuts, anything like that, or?
Not that I'm aware of.
Wonderful. Well, yes, I will. Every day I brew up a wonderful cup of tea just for you.
That sounds amazing and wonderful. Do I get to have one while we're here as well as a visit? Or is it just outside?
When you pop back out, give it a pour if you want.
Very well.
Thank
you.
I think today's tea is a spectacular Earl Grey.
That's gonna make me want some biscuits. Little biscottis.
Ooh. Just think of them.
Oh. How very exciting. How long have you been running your tea shop?
Oh. Last time I had a visitor was about 10 years ago. I mean, to be fair, I don't really keep on with the outside events. I don't know what the current year is, but I started... Ooh, when did I... Time does fly. At least 50 years.
That's a good amount of time.
It's giving me time to perfect my craft.
That it has. Do you enjoy running your shop?
Oh, I love it. It's my life's work.
I'm glad your life's work be joy to people.
Sorry, I saw Spiffy's comment in chat.
It's fair. It's a fair comment, okay? That was more of an iced tea, though. Well, is there anything I can do?
Thinking of the shanty.
He's like, if you bring me new herbs or spices or even fruits and vegetables, I can concoct things.
I will do my best, as I'm about to keep the track of those and make steady deliveries.
I would be happy with anything you brought me.
Unfortunately, it is getting quite late on the outside, so I do have to be off, but it was a pleasure to meet you.
As you as well. Pop by anytime you like.
I will do. And she'll exit the little shop.
Okay. You pop back out.
And she will pour that glass of tea thinking of nice biscottis.
And as you pour that cup of tea, a little plate of like 3 biscotti appear in front of you.
Benvolio, new best friend.
And I have to say, and anybody can fight me on this, biscotti is the best cookie.
Mm-hmm. It is a good cookie.
Never tried it.
It's a good dunker. I wouldn't say it's the best cookie.
Nope.
Best cookie, period.
If
Nah,
it's not,
it's a good dunker, not the best cookie. Sorry.
if it's not white chocolate macadamia nut, don't judge me.
Look.
But I am quite fond of the oatmeal raisin.
I like oatmeal raisin
not bad at
cookies
all.
too. If it's a round cookie, always oatmeal raisin.
If I had
They're
to
so
choose like
good.
a
They
legit
are.
cookie, I would have to choose a ginger cookie.
Those are good too.
Oh, also good.
Ginger
too.
See, I like a good molasses cookie versus a ginger snap.
Y'all are just making me hungry now.
Yep.
You're welcome. It's not BRP until we've talked about food.
Yep.
Asha will enjoy her tea and dunk her biscottis in the tea as she eats them.
Okay. And as you drink your tea and eat your biscottis and wind down for the night, sleep slowly begins to take everybody. And everything just fades away.
What about our watches? No.
Indeed, what
Terrifying.
about your watches?
Oh, I did say
Terrifying.
we should do watches.
I
I
know.
did say it.
I
Look at
know.
the time.
The DM
Says,
was saying something else is
11.
happening.
Oh well. It's been nice playing with you guys.
I'm sending some of you messages.
Oh no.
These
the
messages
band on
are
the
for you
Titanic.
and you alone.
Oh dear
Do
God.
not mention what. Do not mention what I sent you in on screen, or to each other in your private messages, because I know you guys have a private chat.
Well, yeah.
We do. We just don't use it that
All of
often.
us.
We really don't use it that often.
This is starting off great.
Does anyone else stomach hurts? My stomach hurts.
Little did we know, we're not playing Dungeons & Dragons, we're playing Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Bring it.
I'm in the tent with a metal pipe.
Give me a sec. There are so
Or
many
however
of you
that
to
goes.
send.
Oh no.
I have a follow-up for you
What?
when you have a moment.
Druids don't say anything.
Fine.
Yes, Zoro, that is the follow-up.
Okay.
You know what?
I've never seen scarier dots in my life.
I mean, last time Rojan sent me a secret message in a game, I shot Spiffy, so we'll see what happens.
So, night begins to pass. I will wait until everybody gives me... Yes, Azarin.
So, about them donkeys.
Oh.
Well, that was an interesting journey for myself.
Oh, shit.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. Did this legit happen the way I thought it would? Yes, it did.
Oh no!
Night passes. And the sun rises on a new day. Sylvia,
My tummy hurts.
you wake up, your body screaming in pain. As you begin to stir, you smell blood. Your body is covered in gashes and wounds. You are beaten to a pulp. But you're alive. You're at 1 hit point. Sitting next to you, it's not yours, but there's a teddy bear. And as you reach over and you pick it up, confused as to what this means, you look over at the camp, over at your other companions. You notice Tokumi slowly getting up, groaning in pain, as you notice the various wounds and gashes covering her body. The other members of your group are not moving.
I'm sorry, what?
As you see the bodies of Karsha, Max, Asha, and Kalis, or Kylis, with their throats cut. As you're sort of standing there in shock or awe, or shock and awe, or whatever, fear trembling inside of you, two beings appear. A small, what looks to be possum, and then a taller woman in a flaming red gown. One, the little rodent standing above Karsha, and the other standing above Kylis, as they raise their hands above them, and both of them are brought to life.
Do I have the strength to get to my feet?
It hurts so much, but you do.
I think Sylvia would probably try to drag herself towards the woman in the dress.
And she stands there and watches you do it.
Who are you? Did you do this?
And she looks around, and with a very solemn look, she shakes her eyes and she kneels down to you and sort of offers her hand to help you up to your feet. No, child, I did not do this. I am only here because I was beckoned. And she sort of looks down to the Kylis, who is now having their eyes flutter open. The same thing with Karsha, your eyes fluttering open as life is returned to you.
You're helping him?
You can say that.
Do you know what happened here? Who did this?
Third action. Thank you for that raid.
When did you show up?
Sorry if I missed the initial pop up. I was unfortunately describing a very grim moment.
I died.
So I'm sorry, Fox. What did you say?
Do you know who did this? And who are you exactly?
Well, many know me, though in various forms. He knows me. That one did know me. I am Herona.
Am I awake at this point?
Yes. As you're like laying there, your body feeling better, but the effects of being brought back to life, you know how it works in my games. It kind of leaves you feeling a little racked.
Right. Who I'm sorry, who was conscious? It was it was
Toki
Sylvia
and Sylvia. That was
okay.
it.
And they saw our bodies, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
The camp is just a bloody landscape right now. Though you notice none of your weapons are drawn.
Okay, so as my body was laying there, and technically when I come back to life, I am assuming 1 HP. Kylus
Nope.
is completely transparent.
Full HP.
Full HP?
It was resurrection.
Oh shit. Well, when I was laying there, I was still transparent.
Okay.
And then when I got resurrected, I became solid again. As no matter how weak or sore I feel, I instantly draw my blade and kind of place it in the ground and bow my head to Herona. My lady, what brings you here?
I was beckoned.
By who?
She looks over to the possum standing over Karsha. Apocrypha said that she felt bad for what happened and asked me for my assistance, and when she mentioned you were a part of the lot that fell, I had to at least try to make things right.
I don't understand. We were going to do watches and everything is now just darkness. I don't understand what happened.
We don't know either. Just when we were checking, or just when she was checking in on the one she was bound to, well, we saw this. And yes, Groods, it is the possum with pants.
Fuck yes.
Now the other two, don't see too long gone, and I cannot leave poor Asha like that. She stretches her hands out to both Max and Asha and just slowly casts resurrection on the two of them as well. As Max, Asha, your eyes sort of flutter open as life returns to your bodies.
I'm very grateful for you helping us, my lady.
She kind of just looks at you as Apocrypha skips up. She's like, okay, I'm done. Let's beat it. And as soon as she says that, she grabs hold of Herona's dress and they both vanish.
Unfortunate, I had questions. What time of day is it right now?
8 in the morning.
Oh, fuck.
It's not likely she would have answered your questions anyway, Kylus. She only responds when she pleases. And Sylvia's gonna
go over to Asha's body and see if she can kind of shake her awake.
Yeah, Asha's just slowly coming to terms with the fact that she was just resurrected. I think that counts the second time that the goddess has saved my life.
Third for me.
Is Tokimi at full health or 1 hit point? What's her deal?
1 HP.
Alright, so she's gonna be like, what happened? That
It's like your minds begin to race as trying to figure out what the hell happened that night. You do see a bit of signs of a scuffle, though your weapons are still sheathed. No amount of blood or any damage are onto them, seemingly telling you may have been caught off guard. Blood is everywhere, covering every inch of your bodies, your bedrolls, the camp itself. Even the fire itself looks like to have been extinguished by a vast amount of blood.
It's not gonna come out of camping gear, might as well burn it now.
Even one of your doors is currently open on a piece of wood next to the camp. Almost as if somebody tried to open a door to escape. And in the center of the camp itself is a small reddish device, drained of whatever was in it before. But Asha, you realize that this is one of Reventrix's healing grenades.
Check my bag. Am I missing one?
No, you still have the ones that he gave you.
I mean, he does sell them, but that's very suspicious. Asha's gonna automatically go into tending mode and start tending to the people who are at 1 HP.
I was gonna say, depending on what you wanted to do, I was gonna split my lay on hands between the two. It won't be much, but at least it's better than one.
Yeah, and I can cast a few heals.
Yeah.
Or what do I have for?
Since it's a odd number, I'll just go ahead and I'll put...
Full rest has not applied.
Okay.
So whatever spells you have remaining from the previous day is what you can cast.
We didn't do shit the last couple days, so
I guess I'm
good right now. That's at least that.
I cast the spells, so that does apply.
But yeah, I will split my lay on hands, and I'll give 13 to Sylvia and 12 to Toki.
Kind of give it all to Toki.
Why? You don't look so well yourself.
I'm not. But give it to Toki, please.
No. You need healing too.
Why don't you want some of the healing?
I don't want to accept her gift by proxy.
Well, here then. And Max just kind of like very stiffly starts to stand up. Then he hands over his potion of healing to Sylvia.
I mean, if you see our magics as her gift by proxy, that means any spell that I do is not my own. It is my will and my choice on how I use it, not hers.
I just mean in this moment.
You actually see for the first time on Caius's face, like, genuine hurt on his face as he nods and backs up.
I can make something that'll help with the healing, but I gotta take a short rest and cook it up.
Trojan,
Yes.
can I do an investigation to see if there's anything that is not where it's supposed to be?
How
Besides
so?
the blood and everything else?
Just like things that are like things that stand out.
Pretty much.
Sure.
Like,
Go ahead and
like
give
whoever.
give me an investigation roll of the camp.
I can definitely do that. Give me a sec here. Let's see here. Okay. That is a 17 for 18.
You begin to, as everyone is talking and healing up and getting their bearings, you begin to go along the camp, just making a mental note of everything: the blood, the discarded healing grenade, the door, signs of an obvious scuffle, but nobody having drawn their weapons. And then you notice the teddy bear in Sylvia's hands. That wasn't there.
Can I? You know what? I'm going to do this. I want to detect magic to the teddy bear.
There is magic in that teddy bear.
Sylvia.
She looks over at you after chugging down the potion that Max gave her.
To be fair, to be completely open on it, it is divination magic.
Divination.
Don't want to mess up the flow, but you will have gotten another potion from Asha as well when you refuse the magical healing.
I checked that teddy bear, and it looks like it's part divination. Where'd you get that?
It was just beside me when I woke up.
I want
Is there
to get
something
rid of
wrong
it.
with it?
Yeah, it's giving off hella magic.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, it's the only thing that's in this camp that just randomly spawned. I have no recollection of it. Does anyone else have any recollection of a teddy bear?
Not this one.
So, do something with that.
Does anyone want to take a closer look at it?
Sure, I can try and understand it. It will take me a bit of time, though. I mean, the only thing I can do is sit with the magical item for the hour and study it.
So, Asha, the moment you touch it, everyone sees your eyes just white over as the events of the previous night begin to play in your mind. Everything seemed to be fine. All of you were settling down for Sylvia's watch. finally drifting off to sleep, trying to get the thoughts of that basilisk out of your mind, when there was a sickening sound of something large sinking into meat and rock. And as you looked over, Sylvia was pinned to the wall, or pinned to the ground with a large spear. And as you looked on in horror, everybody else began to gasp in pain, and flinch and cry out as various cuts and stabs and began to form on their body mysteriously. Every now and then, you can see a brief moment of an individual streaking by, stabbing somebody and moving around them, and stabbing somebody else, moving around, just keeping out of eyesight ever slightly. And as one by one your companions begin to fall, a little cheerful laugh began to come from this individual. As they stop and look at you, kind of like holding your gasping form, you see that red-skinned individual with the wire braided hair, smiling at you as you feel the knife press against your neck. "This prey was no fun at all," he says, as he cuts your neck and the visions go away, and you return to the rest of your group. And as this happens, the teddy bear falls apart.
Is it like in pieces, or is it like disintegrating?
It's like in pieces. Like it just came apart at the seams.
Can I, the only damage dealing magic I have is Guiding Bolt. I want to try and tear this thing apart with magic. That's the only thing I have.
Well, it's technically in pieces as it is.
It needs to burn, it needs to be gone, it needs to not have anything left.
Those of you in the group see Asha begin to react violently to this teddy bear that's just fallen apart, and she just starts blasting it with a guiding bolt and just assaulting it with any magic that she has.
I don't know how many spell points I need to knock off for this, but she's trying to basically turn it to ash.
Dealer's choice.
However much magic I need to put in to turn it to ash, and if it takes all of it, it takes all of it.
Roll me the damage of a guiding bolt.
Oh, let's see.
I like what she's doing. I would have done better.
I was looking for fire magic, but I don't have any. 15?
Here, take mine.
You just blast like the remnants of the bear with a guiding bolt, and one of it is enough to dust it.
Okay.
It's a cheaply made stuffed animal. It doesn't really have that many HP.
Are you all right?
Asha will look over at Kylus and take a moment and be like, "It was cursed. No longer a problem." In a very unbubbly way for her. I'd say Kylus has been around Asha well enough, she never goes unbubbly.
Yeah.
Insight check.
You're welcome to.
Yeah, you can do an insight check.
To see if she's really not unbubbly?
Dirty 20.
Shit.
What'd you get?
20 for a 21. Jesus Christ. I totally thought you guys would know.
Wait, you got a natural 20 for 21?
Yeah.
What did you get?
The dirty 20.
I thought that was going to be an easy win for you guys. I'm sorry. The dice spoke, though.
You feel something may be off, but you kind of attribute it to, the blood-soaked hellscape that you're standing in. Not many people would be bubbly at this point in time.
I think the only person that could possibly beat me on an insight right now is Kylus, given the fact that he does charisma. Oh, Jesus.
Here's the thing. Insight is not charisma.
Oh,
Insight
it's
is
wisdom,
wisdom.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's wisdom. So here's the thing. If I nap 20 right now, I would get a 20. So,
Wow.
yeah. But let's just say he probably still feels something's off anyway because he's spent time with you in the last year, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a year or two since this, because it would have been right after the city fell.
Just out of curiosity, out of character question, did this red-skinned individual have dreads?
They kind of look like dreads, but they're made from wire.
Oh, okay. So
And like the wire seems to be like
cyberpunk shit.
The wire seems to be like bolted into their head. Yeah, it's like very cyberpunk-esque.
Oh, okay. So it's not one of the hunters. Okay.
No, it is one of the hunters.
Oh, it is.
Oh.
It is.
It's the one that Karsha ran into in the magic shop.
Okay,
The one
that's
no
what
one
I
can
thought,
possibly
but you
remember.
only described him as someone with dual blades and dreads. That's it. So I was like, oh, I didn't know he
We
had
never,
red skin.
and we can't remember
like-
them.
Yeah, and you can't remember
well,
them,
that's
so
why Well, yes, but for my notes as a player, that's what I wrote.
Do I get the feeling from what I witnessed that they might be taking this as the we're done and that's everything's over? Do I feel like they know we're still alive?
give me an insight roll.
Okay, that's decent. Insight 25?
I'm pissed that they took the coward's way of killing us.
Given the cockiness of the individual and what they said to you after the or after the incident and before cutting your throat, you may think this is a taunt, or he may expected somebody to have survived. Why else would he leave the bear with a message?
True.
Though, you do recall that Sylvia lost a bear. Sylvia had the bear next to her, and Sylvia had the bear in her arms. Maybe Sylvia was meant to be left alive.
Sylvia had it in his arms and it didn't react to her either. Okay.
So you like, your heart stops for a moment. The chorus should have consumed you all.
Is it still there?
Doesn't seem to be.
She's gonna check all around where she woke up, see if she can find whatever little black thing it might have turned into.
You scour your campsite. 15 minutes of searching, you go probably out to get 30, 40 feet out. And there's the necklace, seemingly discarded into the rocks.
I'm gonna pick it up and try talking to them. Are you guys still there? Are you alright?
Yes, we did not know what happened to you. We lost connection. Chorus remains.
Oh, this necklace. I'm like, what fucking necklace?
Seems that there was an altercation and the stuff was stolen, and your necklace was one of them, and I'm just glad that they didn't take it far.
We thought that maybe you desired a night of silence from our hymns.
You know, I never actually thought about it.
Well, we are happy that the shepherd is back.
Place that necklace back around my neck. Did you... I guess you can't see out into the world, so you don't know what might have happened. It's unfortunate. And I imagine it feels pretty bad to feel blind like that. Not know what's happening around you.
We are used to that. Normally we attract the dead to us.
How far can you sense the dead?
Not far. 10, 20 feet from our proximity.
And did you sense any dead last night? We've heard that there's undead wandering around the area.
Thankfully, no. We sensed no one dead.
That's good. I'm glad I found you.
I'm glad you found us too, Shepherd. It would be quite unpleasant to be just left out here in the rocks.
That it would. I don't wish that upon anyone. Relieved, head back to camp. Everyone just witnessed me scour everywhere for my necklace. That's not suspicious. When I get back to camp, I'll be like, well, whoever did this took the necklace. They... Wondering how we were able to come back. It's almost... I'm afraid it feels like they would have known to take it if they wanted us coming back.
Why did you destroy the bear?
It was cursed.
But, like, how?
I mean, magic. Some of those curses I applied.
I second that. It was definitely cursed.
When you touched it, we all saw your eyes, like, turn white. And then a second later, you were blasting it. Did it do something to you?
Yes, the curse attempted to apply.
It kind of feels like there's something you're not telling us, Asha.
Sometimes there's things we don't want to know. Better off not knowing. Won't do us any good. Do you realize who left the bear, though? It's one of our trackers. Our bounty hunters. I'm a little terrified that they left the bear seemingly for you. But a curse applied to it for me. as you were holding it before me without issue.
Why would they leave a bear? Unless they knew. It must have been them that ransacked Kylus's place then, because why else would it be a bear? That's the only thing that I had there that was taken.
And yet they didn't leave your bear, they left a different one. And yet they also removed the necklace before it could absorb any of our souls. It didn't sense anything last night. No undead, no dead around it, meaning it was gone before any one of us died.
So then they probably knew what the necklace was, right?
Or at least its effects.
They probably knew that you would come back. And they got rid of the necklace so that you could come back.
That's what it feels like. I'm very confused on how they figured out what the necklace does. I mean, it's... Since they've been tracking us, it hasn't taken anything, as far as I'm aware. Or just talk to the necklace again and be like, are you still 459?
Yes, we are all here.
Good, I'm glad you all are safe. Yeah, no new souls.
So they know what the necklace is, and they don't care? As far as, like, taking it for themselves or destroying it or anything, they had the opportunity and they didn't take it, so they must not care about the necklace.
I mean, we should check our belongings to make sure they didn't scatter anything else. Maybe it's not just my necklace that they took.
And with that said, you're going to have to wait till next time, as this is where we are going to stop for this week.
So many uncomfy feelings.
Hated here, Grandpa.
So yes, that will do it for us this week, as we are back for the new year. Little bit of trauma to ring in the new year, if I do say so.
All right.
But this is not the only show that we do. Coming up on Tuesday, tomorrow, we will have another episode of our Star Wars game of Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is run by Tiltbot. Coming up on Thursday is the return of Tricorn Isles, which is probably the most murder hobo show that we have on the channel at the moment. Which is
they deserve it.
Which is another 5th edition game that I run on the alternating Thursdays. So next week will be the return of Mass Effect Horizons, which is a Mass Effect game that is run by Zorro. Coming up this weekend on Saturday is going to be the first episode of a mini campaign that is going to be run by Malls, which is their first time behind the DM screen, as they are taking us into a Bridgerton-inspired D&D game with the title of the show being The Fall of Propriety. That will be kicking off at the normal Saturday show times of noon Pacific time. And then on the alternating Saturdays, as always, we have another one of our 5th edition D&D games of Withered Wastes, which is another game that I run. And then later on that same night at 8 o'clock Pacific time, we have Vigilance 6, which is a kids on bikes, kids on brooms inspired homebrew superhero game. And coming up in the future, once the Fall of Propriety comes to an end, we will be having a Avatar The Last Airbender, or not The Last Airbender, just Avatar inspired tabletop game, which is going to be run by Arisen. So plenty of games to look forward to coming up here in 2025. But for now, we are going to head on out. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, and we will catch you on Tuesday.